Anyone who has been a teacher for more than 30 seconds knows that everything can go wrong at once, and one day and one student is never the same. A teacher's best friend is a well-laid plan for learning that has built-in goals, flexibility, and fun. There are many ways to put together a solid unit plan. When planning a unit, you need to start with a standard towards which you are working. It gives focus and direction. Next, you need to make sure to unpack that standard. What's the standard really asking? What are your goals and objectives? What direction will you take the learning? Once you have your standard clear, you can begin your backwards design process. Backward design means to start with your end goal and work your way back. You first determine where you are going with learning, then decide how you will assess student learning. From there, you can make your specific teaching and learning plans, always leaving room for plenty of flexibility along the way. I would have to say that my biggest takeaway from planning units and lessons is to have plenty of wiggle room with content and process. You never know what direction learning will take, and as long as you keep your goals and standards clear, you can let the specific steps of learning free to roam with student imaginations. In my classroom at Tashkent International School, units are based on the International Baccalaureate's Primary Years program. I always try to align my units in music class with the homeroom units for each class. This means I have an automatic framework built in, but I can still pick and choose which of my PYP music standards best fit with each unit. I would like to work on really honing my assessments at the beginning of each unit to make sure they are forming a clear goal from the start. This framework will keep me in check and in focus during units that are particularly creative and give us the temptation of getting off track into pure creativity without any end goal, a hefty temptation in any performing arts class.
I would like to focus heavily on collaboration with homeroom curriculum. This past year I did about 50-50 collaboration with the homeroom unit, and in the coming year I'd like to do completely. Make connections with homeroom study and music study.
For example, when children are studying systems, we could discuss orchestra instruments. These connections create lasting learning. My key takeaway from unit planning is to make sure I have a strong framework, but leave plenty of room for student-centered learning. I can keep guiding us toward goals, but it's the students who make their own connections and build learning that lasts a lifetime.
Created using Powtoon.